What's up, strugglers? I was scrolling through Facebook a few months ago, like it's 2009 or something, and I stumbled across this video of a lawyer who was out on the street giving advice to people. I was listening very intently as he answered this person's questions. I was locked into that conversation, okay? And then about a third of the way through, this guy just walks by and randomly litters right in front of us for no reason. And I was like, we saw that, buddy. We caught you red-handed. It just caught me so off guard. Like, why would you do that? So I immediately went straight to the comment section, as you do, right? And everybody there was also just talking about how this guy littered. But then I saw a comment from somebody who thinks that it was part of the coconut that he was eating, and I think they're right. All that to say, I spent quite a bit of time in the comment section of this video, so over time, the algorithm started feeding me more and more of this guy's videos. He's got a pretty dang big following, especially over on TikTok. His name is Cody Randall, and he is the internet's favorite lawyer.
Hey everybody, it's internet's favorite lawyer.
He's based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and he does all these videos where he like posts up on the sidewalk, him and his dog, and he offers legal advice to anybody who wants it. So like you could be curious about a dispute that you had with your landlord, or you could be looking for answers on a weird contract that somebody wants you to sign. I've heard questions about things as simple as traffic laws, all the way to the complexity of like dividing assets during a divorce. He spends a lot of time out on the street providing a free public service to people, and I think that's pretty darn neat. Passersby and us at home get free legal advice, or at the very least a nudge in the right direction of where we should be looking, and Cody gets some advertising for his business and fresh air on his thighs. Seems like that should be a win for everybody, right? You idiot. You stupid moron. You thought people wouldn't ruin this? You seriously sat there and thought people wouldn't take advantage of this and ruin it somehow? Have you been paying attention to anything? Wake up! So yeah, for some reason there's a lot of people that see a lawyer on the street offering free advice and see that as some kind of insult to them.
We're in the middle of a conversation, hon.
Lawyers are athletes.
You just walked up and interrupted a conversation? If the health insurance...
body, backyard.
We're in the middle of something, guy.
I feel sorry for you.
So Cody has run into a handful of people during the time he's been making these videos who are less than excited to see him out there. Why? I don't know. Let's find out.
I feel sorry for you that you're that desperate to find people. So if you didn't want it to be interrupted, then you would not want to have it in public place.
General, normal,
Generally,
caring
no,
people
honey, there's
don't
no
interfere with
general.
people for no reason.
So I don't know what's going on here. Admittedly, this is one of the few instances where we're kind of dropped into the middle of an interaction. So you might be thinking to yourself, what led up to this moment? What led up to this belligerently drunk lady yelling at Cody on the sidewalk?
People also don't cry and throw a little fit because a man says they can't pet his dog.
Context clues, I think we've discovered part of the issue here. So I'm guessing this woman walked up and asked to pet Cody's dog. Maybe he said, hey, I'm in the middle of a thing right now. No, you can't pet my dog. Whatever he said. And she did not like that, so she went on a little tirade. It is what it is. You know, we've all been there.
Oh my God, I can't pet your dog. Why do you even have one if I can't pet it?
Did I do that?
You did.
Did I do that? Oh God, wait, hold on, no, you're with me. Did I do that?
You're clearly intoxicated, so it'd probably be best if you just kept
What
going.
was your question?
And so I'm sorry I interrupted you guys for a minute here. You go ahead and continue what you're saying. I'm just gonna go ahead and steer out. I want to hear about the law a little bit too now, maybe. Like I said, this one, I don't know what led to this interaction. I'm kind of assuming it had something to do with the dog, right? People will start beef with him for no reason at all. Let me show you an example.
I don't need your permission.
You don't need my permission.
You're standing in public on a public sidewalk. You have no expectation of privacy in public. You have no reasonable expectation to activities in a public place, right?
Is it not also unauthorized or wrongful collection?
No.
So this is an example of somebody who was in the shot somehow, involved in being in the video, and she didn't like that. She said, you can't put me in your video. I don't give you my consent to be in the video. And he, as a lawyer, is explaining that that's not how the law works. If you're out in public, you don't have an expectation of privacy. If somebody happens to record you while you're in a public space, there's really nothing you can do about it. But she's pretty certain that there's a law in California and there's a law in Europe that differ from Georgia. So she's gonna argue with this guy about Georgia law for a while.
You have no expectation of privacy in public.
In order for Europe, there's automatically a protection.
This is the United States. European rules don't apply here.
I feel like there's like a lost question, and the reason
The whole interaction is the "is this your wallet" scene from SpongeBob.
A California statute has no bearing in the state of Georgia. You're not entitled to privacy in public.
The California Consumer Protection Act. Okay.
This is Georgia. I don't mean to be rude, right? One of us is a licensed attorney, and I don't know what you do.
I'm a licensed insurance broker around.
That does not make you an attorney.
I wouldn't be able to do this, man. I wouldn't be able to do it. When he's telling you the actual laws, and then you are saying to him, no, I'm not listening. And actually, la la la, na 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 boo boo, actually. I would be so insanely frustrated. I would not be able to do what he's doing.
This is Georgia.
Filming in public is an issue that a lot of people in these videos tend to bring up. Because somehow, in the year 2025, people still don't understand how that works. This one was something that a conversation that he had that he decided not to post the interaction, but I'll let him speak.
I just had a guy come up to me and ask me a question about immigration and trying to get his partner over here to the States. And we spoke for about 15 minutes. And even though I started the conversation with "this conversation is being recorded and published," at the end, he's like, "Also, you don't have my permission to put it online." And I was like, I don't need your permission. I told you it's being recorded and you consented to it. The sign very clearly states it's being recorded and that it's going to be published.
Well, very clearly. Can we zoom and enhance? Somebody get NCIS in here. I suppose that sign does maybe say something about that it's being filmed and it's going to be posted, but I can't see it myself. And because I can't see it, that means it doesn't exist. No, obviously I'm joking, but it is funny that he says, it's very clearly states right here, and then points to the tiniest text ever printed. That'd be like me saying, actually, look at this. So I very clearly have a photo of me at the Bean in Chicago, right here, and it's very clearly on this right here. As you can see my toesies. I took my socks off, it's getting warm down here. Anyway, just making a point. Regardless, what he's saying is, it doesn't matter, even if, it's written on the sign, it doesn't need to be written on the sign. He doesn't need to give you the courtesy of even letting you know that it's being recorded at all. You're in a public space, you can post videos from in a public space. Before every single video, he starts it off by saying,
So I have to tell you these conversations are recorded.
Okay.
And I am a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer.
Okay.
How can I help?
just covering all his bases. It's like he's a lawyer or something.
This is your reminder that there's no expectation to privacy in public and that anybody can record anything that they can see in public that's taking place in public. And they can record anything that is taking place in a place of private if it can be seen from a place of public.
I did not know that. So if you're standing in your own home, Johnson visible, schlinging meat, in your living room, let's just say, and somebody is standing on a public sidewalk at somewhere, and they can get view through your window somehow. Maybe they have a nice long lens. That's how we saw Justin Bieber's dong that one time. Absolutely. I thought, how did that photographer not go to prison for Justin Bieber's dong? That's it. It's a sick world we live in, guys. That is a weird law. And maybe I would like to see that law changed, actually.
How does legal consent work for us being on TikTok if we're asking you a question?
Oh, that's
and
easy.
Then you...
Number one, there's a sign. The sign clearly has a disclaimer that says this is being recorded and filmed. You have already seen and acknowledged the camera. I told all of you it was being filmed, and there is no right to privacy in a public space.
Love it. Excellent. Any other questions for anybody?
I appreciate how he was just like, all right, hey, checkmate, brother. You got me? Thank you for the answer. Thank you for educating me, frankly. So there you go. We cleared it up. Right? This lawyer is allowed to be out on the sidewalk. He's allowed to make these videos, and you can't really get too upset with him. You're out in public. He can film you a little bit for his TikTok, even as clear as the law is. And I think at this point, most of us probably should just know that already. If you didn't know that, whatever, it's not a big deal. And even though it also is written very tiny, it's written about this big on the sign. What I'm saying is, if it was written in gigantic font, if the font was as big as Ask a Lawyer here, I still don't think that would make a difference. There would still be people coming up to him, arguing with him about this issue.
That sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Listening to Cody talk to these people, it's like they're speaking two different languages. And wouldn't it be nice to be able to speak two different languages? We will be right back after a very quick word from this video sponsor. Thank you so much to Babbel for sponsoring this video. Babbel is one of the top language learning apps in the world, and if you've ever used it yourself, that will come as no surprise to you. It's intuitive, it's as simple or as complex as you want to make it. Let's just go ahead and do that. And it's been scientifically proven to get you started speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Me right here, I'm gonna go, that's the correct answer. With fall coming around and school starting up again, it got me thinking about how much this would have helped me. I took Spanish classes in high school and college, and just supplementing it with this, by the way, That is that one. It would have given me such a leg up. Just having a few extra lessons here and there to add on to my courses that I was taking in college. I would have been the king of the class. I would have been rey de la clase. El empresario, businessman, nailed it. Whatever reason you have is a good reason to learn, you know? Babbel is great for learning the basics of a language. You'll be saying things like, me encanta mucho este video in no time. But it's also really good at teaching real conversational language as well. So if you're interested in learning a new language, you can click the link in my description or scan the QR code, and that'll get you up to 55% off. Go ahead and let me know in the comments which language you want to start learning. Thank you so much to Babbel for sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys as always for using my links when I have them. Helps me out a ton. Now, let's get back into the video. Filming in public seems to be the main issue that people have with this whole setup, right? But it's not the only one. There are a handful of other issues that people take up with Mr. Cody here. So let's look at some.
Do I call the roofers and say, hey, roofers, the house is leaking? Do I call the roofers? Inspector?
He's not a lawyer, though. The disclaimer says it.
So these people are walking by and they see this setup, and their immediate thought is, there's something that I don't like about this, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
He's not a lawyer, though. The disclaimer says it.
No, it says, I'm a lawyer, I'm not your lawyer.
I'm sorry, I just have to talk through this for a moment. They were out on a walk, they saw this sign, yeah, my dogs are out, so what? They saw this man and a sign that said, ask a lawyer, and they saw a little tiny disclaimer written at the bottom, in the tiniest font ever made. And they thought that that disclaimer at the bottom said, by the way, I'm not actually a lawyer, I'm impersonating one, I'm actually committing a crime right now.
Who knows what corner of law. But
the fact that he was able to just move on from that is actually astounding. That one tiny interaction would have, I'm not even exaggerating, that would have bothered me for the rest of the day. I think my biggest pet peeve of all time is being misunderstood by people. That was my nightmare. I would have had to chase that woman down and be like, no, read the sign actually. Acknowledge what it says.
Are they allowed to be selling dogs on the belt? I'm talking about legally.
So you don't need a permit to sell a dog, pragmatically speaking, right? No,
I just wanted to ask you, but I'm not trying to do this whole thing.
His dog is like doing a Jim Halpert to us right now. He's staring down the camera. Why are these people arguing with my dad? What did he do other than be here?
You're asking like, why isn't that illegal? And I'm telling you because like, it's not illegal to breed dogs. It's not illegal to sell a dog if your dog has puppies.
I just wanted your advice, because I'm going to be honest with you, you're almost like taking it a step and like trying to like read into what I'm literally just asking you.
This other guy also in the background just like so patiently waiting. He's like, somebody dinged my car in the parking lot and I just really want to know what I should do about that. What is she yelling about now? The dogs or something? He's literally like, dude, please, can we move on? Also, did she say, I was just trying to ask a simple question and you're like reading into it all weird or whatever? I think he was literally just answering her question.
It was my experience. It was, I went to someone's home. You're supposed to ask questions like, can I see the mother? Like, you're supposed to ask just to make sure everything is legitimate.
Well, then, so it doesn't sound like your issue is with where they're doing it. It's the fact that they're doing it in general. So the answer to that is it's not illegal to sell dogs.
So their issue was the fact that somebody was selling little puppies, and that's a fair issue to take up. Speaking of dogs, every time somebody is like being really embarrassing, there's usually groups of friends kind of stop and ask questions, and almost every single time without fail. Say friend A is being really obnoxious and combative and embarrassing their friend group. Somebody else in the group always finds comfort in petting this dog. It's actually super genius for Cody to bring the dog. The dog's name is Reba, by the way, and she's a very good girl. But it's genius for him to bring her out there because it like helps diffuse the awkwardness. Well, except for actually those first couple of videos, it heightened the awkwardness. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God, I can't pet your dog. Why do you even have one if I can't pet it?
And then just stood here in between us, petting my dog.
There's this one video of this guy who wants to pet the dog. You can see he really wants to, but he's not quite confident enough to do it. There's this one person that's kind of hidden petting the dog. They're being sneaky about it. We get some double pet action in this. Very cool, very fun. So that's the dog section of this video. Moving on, it's not just random passersby. It's not just random civilians that tend to get into little skirmishes with Mr. Cody here. Check this one out. Roll the clip. Hey, can we roll the clip, guys? Hey, can we roll the clip? Roll the clip. It's me. I roll the clip.
In the contract is all. You can change the rules, like by doing your own contract, right?
On the phone.
Not sure who he is. Got a lot of blue lights for not a cop.
That's a lot of blue lights for not a cop. That's an all-time quote from Cody right there. That was so weirdly aggressive by that guy, wasn't it? Maybe it's just me. Let's see it again. Can we pull up an instant replay? Can you get that one? It's me again.
You can change the rules, like by doing your own contract, right?
Yo, can't be on the sidewalk. What is this? Like maybe 14 inches? This is me. This is how I would have responded. They gave Paul Blart a whistle. He's abusing his power, frankly.
Is what legal?
You giving legal advice?
Yes.
In Georgia?
Yes. I'm a lawyer, so I can answer I can have conversation with people about legal issues.
Oh, it's a conversation.
Is there something you have a question, something I'd help you with? Or?
Oh, no, I have nothing in regard to the law.
Weird. Cryptic response. Do you have a question? What are you doing here? Oh no, I have nothing in regard to the law. What is that? Me when I have nothing in regard to the law? I'm having too much fun filming this, man. I haven't had this much giggly fun filming a video in a long time. This is good stuff. I'm having fun, allegedly.
But you can't give legal advice because that would they can make the argument that you are their attorney, right?
That's no different than any conversation you'd have if you called an attorney's office and was like, hey, let me ask you about the situation I have going on. There's a very clear disclaimer on the sign that says, I am a lawyer and I'm not your lawyer.
It's so small though, like.
Okay. All right, okay. You got me. Busted. It's the smallest disclaimer of all time. Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay. Wait a second. This is the guy. This is this guy. It's him. He's part of the group. I'm just now piecing together that this interaction happened immediately before or after the other dog interaction. So Cody's just getting hammered with it left and right, man. He can't catch a break.
Are either y'all attorneys?
Huh? It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm just curious as to why you're arguing with me about the rules.
I'm from California, but
Great, but this is Georgia.
He should sell merch that says, but we're in Georgia. This sentence it basically sums up his entire account, unfortunately.
But you're arguing with me about, like, you're coming at me like I'm doing something wrong.
That's exactly what I've picked up on. It does feel like people are coming at him like he's doing something wrong.
As a lawyer, what makes you more qualified to provide, like, better advice than the average person?
Okay, Cody, I'll take this one. Don't worry, buddy. It's the fact that he is a lawyer. What? You answered your own question within your question. I'm sorry, as a professional cake baker, what makes you more qualified to bake this cake for me? Riddle me that one.
As a lawyer, what makes you more qualified to provide, like, better advice than the average person?
Law school.
Huh?
Law school?
Like an immediate... Huh? As a lawyer, what makes you more qualified to give legal advice than a regular person? The fact that I literally went to law school? Huh?
Okay, so, like, how? Like, what about law school?
That's a really loaded question. It's like asking an engineer, what makes you better at being an engineer than just someone off the street that went to
what if you
high
ask a
school?
lawyer, like, an emotional question? Does law school make you, like, more qualified to answer that kind of question and give?
Oh no. Are you kidding? Don't worry, I got this one too, Cody. So usually it's implied that you're asking a legal question to the lawyer. Did she assume that this whole thing was just ask me literally anything about anything? Who are these people? Well, then what if I asked you about astrological signs? Do you think you're more qualified than someone else to give that advice? No, obviously he's not saying that. What is happening? I think we're living in Looney Town. Or Toontown, I mean. We're living in Toontown. This poor guy is stuck in Toontown.
Keep your cheesecake from cracking.
You don't want to preheat your oven.
Oh,
So-
that's what we did. We preheated.
So the bottom tray, you want to put like a square baking dish with like an ounce of water in it.
we didn't
And
do
then
that
you're going to put the cheesecake on the second tray above it. Don't preheat the oven.
Unbelievable. Checkmate, lady. As a lawyer, what makes you more qualified to give baking advice? It actually came back to that. I can't believe it. And then he actually nailed it too. Crazy.
That's not what we do. These are legal questions.
You said they come for problems. You didn't clarify.
I don't mean to be rude, right? But it's kind of implied that if you're asking a lawyer, you're asking them a legal question. You don't call your podiatrist and ask them about your taxes, do you?
The power stance. This one right here. This is what he's rocking with. This is the I cannot believe you just asked me that question stance. This is the how do you get dressed by yourself in the morning stance. He's sitting there like a supervillain who's about to reveal his entire evil plan.
Most people have like problems. They don't know where to start. So
There she goes. She's she went over to pet she's petting the dog, man.
it's implied with the word lawyer.
No.
I went to Jones School of Law.
Two of the friends, man, they couldn't take it. They're like, Rebecca, stop talking.
So you're a lawyer, but not yet an attorney because you haven't graduated yet?
No, I'm an attorney.
Oh, okay.
He's not a lawyer.
Interesting.
It's like everybody is trying to do a gotcha. Like, ha, I Gotcha. Does the back of the sign have a hidden challenge or something? That's exactly right. I do not understand the motivation that so many people have to come up and try to like win this. If Josh Allen was standing on the sidewalk, would you try to tackle him? Is that like the challenge that's being invited just by him existing in this space?
Attorneys are lawyers. Not all lawyers are attorneys. It doesn't actually have like a practical effect in conversation.
Fair enough.
Hey, you got me. You got me good. Fair enough, man. I've always thought that if I had to go back in time and do it all over again, career-wise, and YouTube wasn't an option for me, I had this thought in my head that I would want to be a lawyer, and I thought I'd be a dang good lawyer too. But I'm kind of glad that I don't have to go do it all over again. I don't think I'd be able to handle these conversations. I'm realizing now that most of your job is dealing with people that seem like they've swallowed too much toothpaste.
You don't get attorney's fees because you get sued. You could be like, attorneys work, like, my hour rate is $495 an hour. Is it worth that to you?
Okay, maybe I'll reconsider. I think I can deal with a few toothpaste swallowers for $4.95 an hour. All right, we've had a lot of fun here today, I hope. Allegedly. I've got a bunch of other stuff here that I thought would be kind of fun to look at, but let's just do one last one. This is an interaction where a guy comes up and he's asking about getting divorced.
You don't need an attorney to get a divorce. You can just file a divorce by yourself. You don't need...
So with kids and finances and all that, doesn't it get complicated?
I mean, it does get complicated, but you don't have to have an attorney, right? If you have kids and you're worried about like custody and division of assets, you probably should get a lawyer. Like, it's in your best interest. But you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a card?
Oh, God. Okay. Did anybody expect this to turn into a business transaction? Hypothetically, if a guy, 5'7", on a Lime scooter, dog on a checkered leash, if he wanted to divorce his wife and get custody of the kids, what do you do to do that? Do you have a business card on you at this very moment?
Do you have a card?
Nope, I don't hand out cards. This is a public service. I'm just helping the community.
Oh, that's great. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, that's great. Oh, okay, so now I gotta go explain my situation to another guy? Another one? Thanks for nothing, Cody. And you might have been sitting here thinking this whole time, Scott, hold on a second. Scott, you're not on TikTok. You don't understand. This Cody guy, he's not just known for this lawyer stuff. There's something else, too. I know about it. There was this whole thing called MenuGate of Cody where he was convinced that he was the only person living in this giant apartment complex. There were restaurants that would leave like menus on the doors and they'd be there for days, weeks at a time, and nobody was clearly coming in and out of their apartments. Garbage cans were being left out. The fire alarms would go off and nobody would go outside. It's this long playlist of videos of him like showing all this weird stuff going on at his apartment. Very interesting. The whole MenuGate thing. We don't have time to talk about it today. We don't have time. Okay, we're out of time actually. Oh yeah, I was gonna say one last thing. Every now and then Cody will get a little bit, what do the kids say? A little bit horny on Maine. Cody. TMI, Codester. Good grief, buddy. Hey man, I just wanted to know about the carpool lane. Okay. All right, Cody, this is too much. I can't. The boldness is admirable. I'll say that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a fun time here going through this with me. I just kind of stumbled upon it one day, and I wanted to share it with you because it's fun. I think it's fun. Shout out Cody, doing some good work out there. I appreciate what he does. Thank you so much for watching. An extra thank you to my patrons. Those listed here are in the top tier on there. You guys, I love you with all my heart. Allegedly. Thank you so much for the support. It means the world. If you happen to be on a channel binge and you ran out of videos to watch, I've got a second channel. I've also got a podcast with my siblings. Tons of fun. So don't worry, there's more stuff for you to watch, okay? Don't worry, I got you covered. All right, I got you. But that is all I've got for you this time. I will talk to you again very soon. God bless, guys. See ya. Oh, wait, hold on. You can still see me. Breaking the fourth wall a little bit with this. Yeah, usually at the end of the videos, I jump off screen. I just kind of lay down here for a moment. So, all right, bye guys.